Hey everyone, welcome to the Thriving Podcast. I am your host, Sarah Kimono, and I'm so glad you're here. Now listen, this is not my first time in the podcast arena. I've done this before with a podcast called the Kimono Health Podcast. And so with this podcast, I decided to redirect my mission with podcasting and what kind of message I want to relay to you guys out there. And so this podcast was birthed out of me just realizing that I am so hard on myself. And I know a lot of you listening to this podcast are also really hard on yourselves. I mean, with just this one episode, this is probably like the 6th take of recording because I want to perfect what I want to say. But honestly, I don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. What you decide or how you decide to showcase to the world what you've got, your talents, your gifts, your passions, however you decide to bless the world with it is enough. And this podcast is such a perfect reminder that we're all doing better than we think we are. In a world that constantly tells us we're behind, not enough, or that we should be more, this space invites you to pause, to reflect, to take a breath, and to recognize your growth. And if you're in a season of uncertainty or you feel a deep pull to make changes, Thriving is here to remind you you're not just surviving, you're thriving, even when it doesn't feel like it. So in today's first episode of the podcast, I will remind you that you are doing well. And it may feel hard to believe that, and I honestly get it. I mean, I myself right now feel like even with this episode, I'm not doing as well as I think I should. Even as I'm recording this, I am being so hard on myself because I feel that this message that I am setting across to you as you listen to this has to be mind-blowing. And it doesn't have to be. I am doing well with what I'm saying and what I'm doing right now. And you listening to this, you're also doing well. And that I know you may feel like you're constantly falling short. Like there's always more to do. Like no matter how much you try, it never feels like enough. But what if it is enough? What if you are enough right now in this very moment? We live a life of constantly moving the goal post. We hope, we pray, we work towards certain goals, and then once we achieve those goals, we move the goal post, chasing a version of quote and unquote better that never lets you rest. And honestly, that mindset is unsustainable. It's a quiet, slow form of self-torture, and you deserve better than that. You've been carrying so much on your shoulders, in your chest. Maybe your stomach is tight with anxiety, your jaw clenched, you're breathing shallow. When I focus on what I'm feeling in my body right now, I can feel my shoulders are tense, my back feels tensed, because I want this first episode to be so perfect. I don't even want to make any mistakes. I don't want to stutter. I don't want to stumble on my words. And so as I'm recording this episode, I can feel so much tension in my body. I've put so much pressure on myself. But I have to remind myself that I'm doing well. I'm doing the best that I can, and that this message will still resonate with someone out there. I may stutter, and that's okay. I may stumble, that's okay. But the message is still the message. I am doing well. You are doing well. We're constantly living in survival mode, yet still showing up. I'm still showing up right now. I feel like I have to be perfect. And as I'm speaking to you guys right now, I'm like, Sarah, it's okay. Make mistakes and still show up because you care and you're doing the best you can. And I'm also saying this to you. You're constantly living in survival mode, but you're still showing up. You still care. You're still doing your best. And you know what? That takes so much strength, and it deserves acknowledgement. Sitting here recording this podcast may seem so easy, but I am using so much strength to record this podcast. There's so many amazing podcasts out there that people listen to, and I have to remind myself that my voice is also needed amongst all those voices out there. And so are you. You are needed too. Your crafts, your talents, your passions, it's all needed. Even if people tell you the world has become too saturated, that means nothing. We still need you, because all those other voices out there are not your voice. All those other talents out there are not you. You're showing up every day, even when it's hard. You're doing your best, even when no one sees it. I'm literally recording this from my closet, and no one can see me right now. But I'm doing my best. I really am. And I know that this message will resonate with someone out there. And so I'm reminding you again. You are doing well. You are good at what you do. Your true, authentic self is appreciated, even if it's not always said out loud. You've done more for yourself than you realize. You are seen, even when you feel invisible. You've overcome things that once felt impossible. You, my friend, are doing well. And I want you to let that truth settle in your heart. I love this podcast because it's for moments like this where you need a nudge, a breath, a reminder that you're not behind, you're not broken, and you're not alone. So again, take a deep breath with me. Inhale, exhale, and say it with me. I am doing well. I am enough. I am thriving, even when it doesn't feel like it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. You belong here. And I hope you keep showing up, not just for this podcast, but for yourself. And if you enjoyed this episode, if this episode ignited a fire in you to keep showing up for yourself, and you want someone else to experience this, please share it with anybody and everybody out there. And please don't forget to subscribe to my Substack, subscribe to this podcast as well, and please leave a review or a comment. I truly appreciate you all listening to this podcast, and I will do more of this. Until next time, bye.